Listen, y'all, this whole time I was on mute. This whole time I was on mute, boy. I be tripping. I gotta get my shit together, man. Listen, welcome to the dopest show, one of the dopest shows on YouTube, where we talk about hot topics and we react to them in real time. Listen, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. It's going to help the algorithm reach the people that like my type of content. And if you want to see better quality of video, because we one of the biggest things too that I talk about is leveling up. So we always want to level up. So I can only do that with you guys' help by liking, commenting, sharing, definitely subscribing. Because if we get to 1,000, guess what? I can monetize this doggone thing, and we can start getting this ball rolling. So with that being said, I want to get into these topics right now. First and foremost, we're going to talk about Angel Reese, and then we're going to move on to other topics. So let's go ahead and dive into it right now. Let's see what Angel Reese is talking about in this whole she wants to get paid more in the WNBA. So let's see what she got to say so we can get the full context.
The ones coming this year will still be on the rookie contract again. Mm-hmm. The ones that the year after, they're going to get more. They probably going to be making more than us.
No, they are.
I'm hurt.
They are. Like, yeah. I've been in the meetings. They are.
I need to get in the. I need to get in the field.
You need to come to the meetings.
I gotta get in the meetings because I'm hearing like, yeah, they don't give us. If y'all don't give us what we want, like, we sit out.
That's a possibility.
I'm telling you, this level of delusion deserves its own research project. Here we have Angel Reese chatting with fellow WNBA player Tiege Carrington, threatening to go on strike if they don't get their way in contract negotiations. Maybe they should go on strike, because at this point, they may actually save money, considering they're hemorrhaging cash just by staying in business. I mean, when was the last time you heard of a company that consistently loses money every single year? Kicker, $3 million. The way these girls are talking could really mislead people who don't know any better, like those fake casual social media fans who have no clue about the business of the WNBA. I thought they would leave the delusion in 2024, but obviously they haven't learned anything yet. We're going to get into it, but first, take a second to make sure you're subscribed to the channel and click the notification bell.
Committee and board of player reps have voted that they are opting out of the 2020 collective bargaining agreement. So this means that the players and the league are now on the clock to negotiate a new CBA by the end of the 2025 season. And y'all, the timing of this decision is truly huge, coming off of a historic WNBA season that includes record viewership, increases in attendance by 48%, increases in merchandise sales by 600% compared to last year. So this is a huge decision that was made, and now we wait and see how the league and the players are going to work together for the future of the WNBA.
So what are the players going to be asking for here, Chene? What could we be looking at?
Yeah, the key issues are establishing a new economic model that is truly more creative and ensures player wages better reflect the growing business. They also hope to build upon professional standards that are set by teams like New York, Seattle, Las Vegas, Phoenix, all whom have state-of-the-art practice facilities. And of course, they hope to expand lifelong benefits for players, including retirement and family planning. So you can see right here, these are some of the points of emphasis that the league and the players are going to have to address.
So if those are the point of emphasis, I'm wondering, Chene, how far are the players looking to take this? Is there any possibility?
Man, you know what's crazy, dog? You know what's crazy to me? A lot of these women always complaining about some shit. Why do y'all think... Listen, let me set the precedent by saying this. Please, so don't get me wrong. A lot of women, you guys have value in many different aspects. I want to put that out there. So this is not me bashing you, but I got to call a spade, and I got to call you on your bullshit. Why do y'all believe that y'all deserve more pay? Why? Oh, because now you got a little influence, you got a little following, you think that you deserve to get paid? You think because now the NBA subsidizes you to continue this league on, you think that you're deserving of more money? How? Nobody's really Listen, bro, there's only a few names that people are truly talking about that's in the media right now that people are talking about. You got Sabrina Ionescu, you got Asia Wilson, you got Caitlin Clark, and you got fucking Angel Reese. Then you got a couple of other individuals out there, because these are the people I can actually name. But these are the main individuals that you're really talking about. And mind you, Angel Reese ain't even, I'm going to say her, Angel Reese is not good, bro. She trash. I'm calling the spade a spade. She's trash. The only reason she's getting the hype that she's getting, she got the hype that she's got because she got it off of Caitlin Clark's back. Caitlin Clark is carrying the league right now. I'm sorry, Asia. I still believe Asia Wilson is the top player in the league right now. But Caitlin Clark is she's carrying that weight for the WNBA right now. She's carrying that weight. Not Asia Wilson, not even Sabrina Ionescu. Not like Sabrina. Definitely not Angel Reese. She seems more of a influencer, a social media influencer than anything, than the actual hooper, because I don't see it. Maybe she will get better. I don't know. She might. But as of right now, as in today's time, as in March, what we in March 18th? As of March 18th, 2025, trash. Real talk. She's trash. And to sit up here talking about, oh, well, we're going to go on strike. We're going to go on strike. We're not going to play if, you don't start paying us more. How about you start performing better? How about you play better? When we start seeing hoes come down the court, full on punching on niggas, boom. When we start seeing shit like that, then we can have the conversation. But as of right now, nobody, listen, there's only one person that a lot of people outside of Caitlin Clark, there's going to be one person that's going to come into the league and she's probably going to bring as many numbers or more numbers than Caitlin Clark has, and that's Juju Watson. Watkins, whichever one, Juju. I'm just going to say Juju. That's the only one that I can think of. If you could point out some other ones, then let me know. But as of right now, that's all I see is Juju coming in the league and making some noise. This is crazy.
That we could see a possible work stoppage here.
I like when Chiney reports on the WNBA. Hands down, she's definitely better than Malika. She's qualified to speak on it for one, unlike Malika Andrews. She's more knowledgeable than Malika for sure, and we all know how Malika got her job. But Chiney actually had to know what she was talking about and was backed by her own experience to get in the door. Like I've been saying for years though, Malika should cover the WNBA and not the NBA. Maybe they can create a program where she focuses solely on the WNBA and just leave it at that. I think that will be a better fit for a misandrous feminist. That said, Chiney left out one key stat. Sure, they sold all those tickets, but they still lost $40 million. Yeah, you can't deny they saw a boost in ticket sales when Caitlin Clark was playing. Gotta be real about it, no matter who Indiana was facing, attendance and ticket sales went up so much that some games featuring Caitlin Clark had to be moved to bigger arenas just to accommodate the crowd. Caitlin had fans who actually showed up to the games, not just a bunch of people on social media pretending to be fans.
Yep.
But even with all that extra revenue from Caitlin Clark fans, the WNBA still couldn't turn a profit. Yeah, they generated the most money ever, but they also spent the most money ever.
I wholesale.
Exactly. So y'all are sitting out this bitch trying to get the most money right now because you start to see ticket sales go up. But the real thing is where there's no profit. You still aren't profiting anything. Yeah, you make like they say, you're making more ticket sales, but what are you profiting? You ain't profiting shit. You gotta get ass in seats. That's one part of the problem. Once you get ass in seats, you gotta be able to retain these people. You need players to come in and they need to start making some noise. I'm talking real noise. Like you said, only Caitlin Clark can't do it by herself. She can only carry the weight so far. You're going to need more athletes coming in and making some real noise. I'm talking game-changing noise. We're talking about a difference in the game. The reason Caitlin Clark is making so much noise is because she pulling that bitch from the volleyball line. She just pull up, and it's going in. She's changing the game for women in that aspect. She's doing for the WNBA what Stephen Curry did for the NBA. Nobody was pulling threes like that. It wasn't even heard of to start pulling threes like that for from the volleyball line and further. Just dribbling that thing and just pull up. Just like it ain't nothing. Pull up. That's what Caitlin Clark is doing for the WNBA. She's bringing that hype. Now you're gonna need more. Now you're gonna need more females doing the same thing. You're gonna need more revolutionary players coming into the game. That's what you're gonna need, because this basic ass basketball that y'all playing right now, missing shit, like missing easy ass layups. That's crazy. I've never seen so many missed layups in my life, and I watch the NBA. They miss some, but it's far and few in between. It be off some bullshit. Y'all be literally missing wide open layups, fast break layups. Y'all be missing them, which is another reason people just kind of like, man, I'm not trying to watch this shit, man. These hoes can't even make a regular layup. Bullshit ass layups, goofy ass shots y'all be throwing up, goofy ass reverse layups y'all be throwing up. Y'all just be throwing up shit and pray to God that they go in. Listen, what you want them to do? What you want them to do?
It's all on Kathy, the WNBA commissioner. They've done a horrible job managing expectations of the players too, because how can they expect a pay increase and the league isn't even making any money at all?
Exactly.
Remember, they're still being subsidized by the men, the NBA. So when Angel Reese threatened to strike if they didn't get what they want,
and then out of all the people that's talking about the strike, you talking about Angel Reese, you ain't even that good, bro. You the last person I need to be talking about some damn strike. Just because you got some following, just because you got people looking at you in an objective manner, you know what I'm saying? Looking at you objective like an object, you know what I'm saying? Like, no. You the last person I need to be talking right now. You need to go work on your game. You need to go work on not stat padding. That's what you need to go work on, shorty. Real talk. You need to go work on that. For real. Go work on that game.
it felt like the ultimate display of disconnect from the reality of the WNBA's financial struggles, demanding more while the league is literally losing millions every year.
Yeah, the CBA is coming up. I can't wait.
Girl, y'all benefited from everything. Y'all youngins benefited from NIL.
What does that mean? We deserve more.
Of course,
everybody.
I agree.
Why do you deserve more, Angel Reese? Why do y'all think y'all deserve more? Why? You know what they should do? You know what they should do? Real talk. You know what they should do? They should get their best players in the WNBA. Get their best players. I'm talking about get your best players. And get your best players in the NBA. There's a lot of them. But let's get your top of the top player, your top tier players in the basketball league, in the NBA. Get your top tier. And then get your top tier in the WNBA. And they play a full quarter game. Full quarter. And fellas, I'm talking, don't let up on them just because they women. They say they can compete. They say they can beat men. They say that they can play on the same court that you can. I want to see that happen. Since you're demanding that you need to be paid so more, since you demanding that you deserve to be paid more, for what reason, I don't know, but let that be known, because you say that you deserve it. Y'all should have a full-on 4-quarter game, top-tier WNBA players versus top-tier NBA players. And let's see how that goes. And I'm talking everybody balls to the wall, playing hard, not fucking basketball. Not the bullshit, just giving them easy shots and easy buckets. I'm talking about go to fuck in. And we're going to see how deserving you really are. Because apparently y'all don't understand the business aspect of this shit. You think that just because you got sales coming in, well, you still are in the hole. You still got to profit from this shit. So if you ain't got nothing to profit from, how the hell they going to pay you more money? Because then what's going to happen is they're going to continue. If they decide to pay you more, guess what's going to happen? These tickets are going to cost more. Tickets are going to cost more. Then people are going to be less reluctant to come to watch y'all fucking play, because they're like, I'm not finna spend this much to watch these hoes miss layups. And they can't even fucking dunk. So why the fuck would I want to go watch that shit? They're not finna pay that much. So therefore, guess what? Your customers, your fans are going to decline. And then what? The next thing you know, the WNBA is then going to start to become inexistent. Then what you going to do? You going to go to OnlyFans? All right.
Everybody.
I agree with that.
But we gotta get face the consequences.
What?
Damn, we gotta get it on
Y'all
the
gotta
like,
deal
y'all.
with something.
The women coming in, not this year, but next year, or because the ones coming this year will still be on the rookie contract again.
Mm-hmm.
The ones that the year after, they gonna get more. They probably gonna be making more than us.
No, they are.
I'm hurt.
They are. Like, yeah. I've been in the meetings. They are.
I need to get in the. I need to get in the field.
You need to come to the
I
meetings.
gotta get in the meetings because I'm hearing like, yeah, they don't give us. If y'all don't give us what we want, like, we sitting out.
That's a possibility.
Go ahead and sit
For
out.
real.
Yeah.
It was kind of a
Here's
possibility.
another thing too. Y'all act like that's gonna hurt. Y'all act like that's gonna hurt them. That's gonna hurt y'all. Y'all went through this entire. You ain't even been in the league long enough to start talking about how you should start getting paid more, dog. You ain't even really proven yourself yet as a dope ass player. Like who the fuck do y'all think y'all are? Who the fuck do y'all think y'all are? Is it because you're a woman and you think that you deserve more just because you're a woman? What is it? I need to know. I need to know. I need to understand the thought process of this shit. Because this is not making sense to me at all.
On the last one, but like now I feel like just with the leverage that
heard, yeah.
you know.
And no, I'm not being misogynistic, but I have to call a spade a spade. I gotta be real about the situation, dog. We can't keep letting people say dumb shit like this and then thinking that they can get away with it just because that they're a woman. I don't care. I don't care how much money you make. I don't care how much influence you got on social media. I don't care about none of that shit. I'm talking to you as a human being. Take all that shit out the way. What the hell makes you think that you deserve to get paid more when you ain't even that fucking good your damn self? Make it make sense to me. Make it make sense.
We have right now, and it's just a time that women's basketball.
Like, I don't even know who she is, and I think she who.
They're really.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't.
It's gonna be a time next year.
Ooh,
so
I'm excited.
But we deserve it.
If y'all don't give us what we want, we sitting out.
Exactly.
What?
What are you still doing here? You still have not downloaded
Yeah, y'all gotta make sure y'all tap
you
into
know
the
I'm just
cash
gonna
app,
keep
bro.
showing up on your screen
We
until
can
you
tap
download
this
it,
premium.
right? Honestly, it's
You gotta tap
2025.
into it.
Y'all gonna bankrupt yourselves. Are you serious?
Right. Exactly.
You can't make this. If y'all don't give us what we want, we sitting out. Okay? See how far that gets you. We'll see your ass in the unemployment line.
The WNBA might be heading towards a holdout before the start of the 2025 regular season, as Angel Reese noted if the players don't get...
Y'all ain't even got enough skin in the game, bro. WNBA ain't even been around that long for y'all to be talking about this type of shit. I get it, y'all new, y'all got this new wave shit going on. You think that you making moves. You know what I'm saying? You moving the needle a little bit. You got a little buzz going on. Now you think that you can start demanding shit. Boy, if you don't sit the fuck down somewhere,
get what they want from the league in this new collective bargaining agreement, then they'll sit out. Now, to cut right to the chase, the number one thing that the WNBA players want with this new agreement is an equity-based...
Yo, in the chat, for those of you who are watching, tell me what y'all think about this. Do y'all agree with the sentiment that if they don't pay more, that the girls should sit out? Or do you think that they need to shut the hell up and just get back to it and get to playing ball and start being more productive and start producing more? So that way they can actually start making more money and start profiting. So that way they can actually start getting paid more. What do y'all think? Let me know in the comments, bro. I want to get y'all thoughts on this.
Model that pays all of the players in the league more if there's any bumps of success anywhere in the league.
Angel Reese and Tiege Carrington talking about the CBA, or collective bargaining agreement, on the podcast, and hinting that there could be a strike, meaning the players won't play if the Players Association cannot come to a deal this year with the league. It is going to come down to money, it's going to come down to benefits, and all the things the women feel like they haven't been getting. And especially with the banner year the W had in 2024. Over 2 million fans came out to the games, 600,000 fans on average watching the games, and a $2.2 billion streaming deal. This is going to be really interesting.
And there it is again. People keep going on and on about the increase in ticket sales and some TV deals, but they conveniently overlook the fact that the WNBA lost more money than ever before, $40 million, the most they've ever lost, ever. They also fail to mention that WNBA salaries have gone up over the past 5 years. They've made a ton of changes to better support the players, changes that have been expensive and only driven the league deeper into debt. Yet it's never enough. Now we have Angel Reese up here calling for a strike, even though she admitted she's never even been to any of the meetings. It's very clear she doesn't understand the actual business of the WNBA. I mean, we're talking about somebody who didn't even know their own salary, didn't know how to calculate it, and one of her handlers had to tell her how much money she made.
I just hope y'all know the WNBA don't pay my bills at all. I don't even think that pays one of my bills.
Little baby head ass man, like what? Like, you gotta sit down somewhere, bro.
I'm trying to
go train, dog. Go train. Go work on your shot. Go work on your handles. Go work on boxing out and getting real rebounds and learning how to put that ball in the fucking hole, bro.
I think I like my rent for where I stay at. Let me do the math real quick. I don't even know.
I had looking like Slop from Ice Age, man. Get the fuck on somewhere, dog.
My salary.
Get out of here, dog.
Okay. Times.
Here, I'll do it.
Yeah. You know my salary. Does it? Let me see. You don't even. Yo! I'm living beyond my means. It's like. Well, my rent is more than that. It's $8,000. That WNBA check don't pay a thing. Do that even pay my car note?
Let's go ahead and get the conversation started. Should WNBA...
She gonna go broke. Like that was a flex. Like, you sound like you overspending it right now. Regardless, you should be using that money. You should be pulling a Jason Tatum right now, taking that money and saving that hole and putting it back. That's what you probably should be doing. Because if y'all talking about going on the strike, you gonna need to keep up because you only gonna have so much buzz for so long. So I hope you saving. I hope you putting your money away. I hope you investing your money to make more money. Because if you ain't and you out here just thinking you balling and doing God's work, yeah, all right. Find yourself out here crying. It was hard, and now I'm living in my car. I can't afford to pay my rent. You know, the WNBA ain't paying enough, and you know, I'm just so, you know. But God got me. But God got me. When there's a will, there's a way. Y'all know how y'all women start doing. You know, when shit started to go bad for you, you know, y'all want to call on God. When everything's good, you don't mention God's name not one fucking time. But as soon as shit hit the fan for you, then you want to go on. But God got me. You know, God gives the situation to his strongest soldiers. And you know, he got me though. But I'm gonna get out of this situation. Best believe it.
Players follow Angel's lead and go on strike. Let me know what you think about this below. Special thank you to Rob P. I appreciate you, Rob, for all of your support for the channel. You can show your support as
well. Hell no, man, that's crazy. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. Listen, all I'm gonna say is this: players of the WNBA, you probably need to focus on getting better in your game. You probably need to focus on becoming revolutionary within the WNBA to make people actually want to come watch you. Because again, if you don't understand the business, you need to understand that you need to bring a lot more money in, save and profit from that shit. And then once you profit from it, then you can start talking about negotiations and how much you need to get paid based off of the shit that you're producing. Because everybody's pay ain't gonna be the same, regardless. I don't care how you look at it. Right, ain't read one for what Clem says. Macaroni Tony says ain't read not one full chapter of the Bible in her life. That's what I'm saying, bro. You already know when shit hit the fan, they gonna start calling on God and everybody else and their mama. And you gonna be like, man, sit your ass down somewhere, man. Nobody trying to hear that shit you talking about right now. You should have thought about that a long time ago, G. I don't want to hear none of it. You hit me one more time, you through. And I don't care about none of it, nigga. Oh shit. Look, man, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe, man. Look, man, let's move on to the next topic. This is what it's gonna segue. Since we're talking about money, I want to segue into this conversation, and I think it's sad. I think it's fucked up. I think it's a bunch of BS, and I think it's a lot of things that men have been talking about, and this is the reason why a lot of men are afraid to get married. And this is a lot of talking points that we hear from other individuals. Why, when women start to get money or they start to get some sort of clout or some sort of buzz to their name, they begin to start to act foolish, and it leads to bullshit like this. So I want to move on to this next topic about Iman Shumpert and Teyana Taylor, and they just got a settlement. And dog, when I tell you this settlement is egregious, it is fucking insane, bro. Let's get into it. Before I give my thoughts on it, let me let y'all hear it, because this is wild.
The couple finally agreed to multi-million divorce settlement. Teyana Taylor may be sparking up new dating rumors in her life these days, but it's far from the biggest romantic update for her this week. According to the Express Tribune, she finally reached a settlement in her divorce from Iman Shumpert, which she filed for in 2023 amid cheating rumors against him that she dismissed. Nevertheless, it seems like the former couple finally agreed to all of their terms and can move forward with their legally binding separation agreement. For those unaware, Teyana Taylor and Iman Shumpert agreed last year, specifically around June, to divide their assets and assess property ownership. Other divorce settlement details for Taylor include a one-time, 7-figure payment from Shumpert, 4 luxury homes.
Let me let y'all hear that again so y'all can understand what's being said here.
4 luxury homes with a total $10 million. Taylor include a one-time, 7-figure payment.
A one-time 7-figure payment
from Shumpert. 4 luxury homes with a total.
4 luxury homes. 4. Now, my additional question is, how many fucking homes y'all got for you to get 4 homes?
$10 million value, various luxury cars,
various luxury cars. So what is various? Because last time I checked, when you say various, that's more than 2. That's for sure more than 2 cars.
4 bus and ownership of her businesses.
A bus and ownership of her business. Now, the business aspect of it, she had her businesses before she made him. Cool. I completely understand that. Like, all right, look, let her keep her businesses. That was her shit. She had that shit going before she made me. Cool. Keep that. You got it. That's your shit. But the other shit, big dog. Listen, either one or two things. Let me look at this from a different perspective. Mind you, they didn't add in the fact that he's also paying $8,000 of child support a month for his daughters, and he paying for the full tuition of their private school. Right? So, looking at this from a different standpoint, apparently he got more money than we think he do. That's 1. For 2, 4 houses worth $10 million. Then on top of that, a 7-figure one-time payment. So apparently, why the fuck do you need all that if your career is beginning to take off? You're doing better. You're getting more gigs. You're getting more shows. You're in more movies right now. You know, your name is getting a lot of buzz around you. Why you need all that for? What you need all that for? What you need all that for? Now, again, I don't know what Iman Shumpert was able to keep because they didn't speak on that. They're just saying exactly what Teyana Taylor is getting. So I'm only speaking based off of this. So in my mind, I'm thinking he probably already got a lot of shit going on, or he probably just in the mindset, you know what? I don't want none of this shit anyway. You can have all of it. I don't want to deal. I don't want nothing to do with it. You got it. It's all you. Maybe that's the case. So I'm going to look at it from a different standpoint. I'm going to look at it that way because that's probably what the case is. He just want to be done with all of it. You can have it. You can have it. You can have it. Now, but the issue with me is I've seen a lot of comments in this. Girl, get your bag, get this, that, and the third. Now, what if it was the other way around? What would be the talk then? If everything that Teyana Taylor just got, what if it was flipped around because apparently she made more money than she makes more money than him, And she has, well, of course, she has more buzz now. Now, what if he asked for all that from her and he got all of that? What do y'all think the world will be saying right now, especially women? What do y'all think they'll be saying? Regardless. Because they're saying that the aspect of it was that he was cheating. And I think that it was a video on the saying that he was. Cool. It is what it is. But I like to think a little deeper than that. Let's peel that layer back a little bit. All right. They saying, a lot of women are saying that Iman Shumpert was jealous. You know, that he was becoming a little bit insecure because she was starting to get more gigs. She was starting doing more work. She's around more people now in different circles and different things like that. So apparently, you know, naturally, like a lot of women do, when they start to do better than the men in some aspects or making more money, they feel as if they're superior to those men. And then they start to look down on that same man because they think that they can do better. They think the grass is greener on the other fucking side. And then guess what? They end up filing for divorce because they think that they can do better and their man isn't superior to them no more. And they think that they've surpassed them, or, you know, their season has come to where they have to let it go, right? But how I look at it is this: because she started to get all of that fame, because she started to get all that buzz, because she started to make more money, I believe they began to argue because she probably started to look down on him. She probably started to speak to him differently. She probably started talking at him instead of to him. She wasn't feeding life into him. She wasn't being the person that she was beforehand. I get it. People change. I understand that. But at the end of the day, he's still the man. And I guarantee many arguments came from how she was talking to him. So he felt inadequate in a way, in a sense, because she's always talking down on him, because you know how they like to use verbally abuse, and I guarantee that she probably was the one that was verbally abusive to her. I mean, she was probably verbally abusive to him, talking down on him type shit, you know, saying little shit here to make him feel a certain way about his inadequacy, or him not making as much money as her, or his career not going the way that he wanted to go right now. Different things like that. And so they began to argue more and more, and therefore he started to feel the distance between them two. And so because she drove him, I'm saying it right now because I get at the end of the day, he still had to make that decision to do it. And again, I'm not agreeing with it. I'm not saying that it was right for him to do it, but what I am saying is there's a possibility that she drove him to do that. Then he went and found that one piece of box that, you know, that made him feel superior, that made him feel like he was the man. And, you know, sometimes the flesh wins. And that's what happened. That's my outlook on it. What y'all think?
Furthermore, they just a confirmation that they will now go ahead with all these terms in court. Perhaps they still needed to iron out some specific details and provide full approval of all the terms and conditions before they found themselves legally responsible to comply. Nevertheless, despite the disagreements that the divorce filing points to, both individuals kept things respectful online. Hopefully things stay that way, as we all know how contentious and nasty some celebrity breakups can otherwise become on the internet.
That's crazy, dog. Bro, that is insane, man. That is goddamn sane, bro. What do y'all think, man? Y'all let me know in the chat, bro. What do y'all think about this situation? Does she deserve all? Do y'all think that I'm saying this purposefully? Do y'all think she deserves all of that? Do y'all think she's deserving of it? Do y'all think that she was wrong to do all of that? To request all of that? Or are you on the other side? Or are you just like, you know what? Nah, she probably should have got more from him. What do y'all think? Let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments, bro. Because I think this shit is crazy. I think it's wild. I think it's out of pocket. I think she's doing way too much. Being honest. Being 100% honest about the situation. So that was that. So let's move on. To this last and final topic, man. And this one here is a mean ass pivot. I'm talking about a hard pivot, a mean little pivot. And we're going to pivot to actually the Pivot podcast, man. And what's been hot right now is this whole ideal of masculinity and how the world is demonizing masculinity. You know, I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all already heard of toxic masculinity. You know, just masculinity is bad. Being a man's man is bad. And a lot of people are giving Anthony Mackie a lot of pushback because he said it. And I guess it's because of the simple fact that Anthony Mackie, at one point early on in his career, because he mentioned it in the interview, early on in his career, he had a homo scene. He had a scene where he kissed another man. But again, he went over there. He said, "Look, bro, I wasn't thinking about that shit. I was just trying to get my feet wet on in acting, you know, because I wanted to play the role to better understand the people in my life who are actually like that. You know, I wasn't doing it just for the money or no shit like that. I was just doing it so I could better understand them." And so a lot of people kind of, you know, on the fence about him saying that and then turning around talking about masculinity. So it's kind of crazy, but at the same time, I understand where he's coming from and I understand what he's saying. And I 100% agree with what he said. So I want to go ahead and get into it. And then y'all can give me y'all thoughts on this as well.
How you like me now? Yeah, right?
I've been there.
Yeah. That's why I quit football. I was like, I don't feel good. They're like, you have a concussion. Thanks. There we go. But this motherfucker was knocked out. So we still had 6 more weeks of shooting. There were no stuntmen available. We couldn't fly anybody, and everybody I worked with before was booked up. I wasn't using the European dude. So,
oh, mind you, so have any of y'all gone to see that new Captain America movie? I haven't seen it yet. I want to see it. I think it's not seeing it, not paying attention to what everybody else is saying, but just based off of the previews and who Anthony Mackie is as an actor, I think it's gonna be dope. I don't care what nobody else is gonna say, but I think the movie's gonna be dope.
So I had to do all my shit. I did that movie. Netflix come back. They're like, "Yo, we watched the BTS. You really was over there kicking, jumping, and whooping ass." Mm-hmm. I'm like, yeah. They were like, "Bet." Boom. Next one. Boom. Next one. And that's even with the Captain America stuff. You know what I mean? It's like, I have a great stuntman, but my stuntman choreograph and dictate stuff to my ability.
That's why you can't kick? Why you can't kick?
I can't kick, bro. Nigga, you got tight hips too. Fuck you. Your hamstring's tight. You. Old ass. Still trying to talk that shit. Oh, just for men ass. You know you can't. You can't lie about your age. Kiss my ass.
That's all you want to see? That's all you? Oh, no, I got a little. Speedy came down there. I put a little paint in it. Hey, I knew Mac was going to be on the show, so some actors and stuff going to watch this joint. Like, you never know what producer watch this. Be like, dang. They might be like, he actually kind of look like Ant.
Right, we could use him.
We could use him. And now I'm in there.
But it's about switching it up, dude. Yeah. Even now, like with all the athletes, it's so interesting with the podcast scene, the commercial scene, the acting scene now. Like, look at what the Mannings are doing. You know, and, you know, quiet as kept, like, the Mannings are, like, just dull. Like, they're just regular old dudes. They're not, like, you know, great personalities, you know? But they've been able to take their brand and really build it to something huge. You look at the Kelce's, they were able to, you know, take that Taylor Swift bump and take it to another level. You know what I mean? And I think it's interesting now with the athletes, how they're able to diversify their lanes and able to take that and use that in a way to where I have a big market in Pittsburgh, right? So I'm gonna do this in Pittsburgh, or I'm gonna do that in Pittsburgh. And athletes have always done that. They always had the car dealership or the barbecue joint. Or
my kids, they care less. That I've heard you say to your kids, they don't really give a damn about what you do. Like my kids, they care less that I play ball. They did not give a at all. But for you, how do you balance being a father with everything Hollywood, and what messages from your upbringing do you impart with them as they grow?
It's funny. I was pretty sure up until Captain America, my kids like had no idea.
Though. Shout out, before we get into that, shout out to the Pivot Podcast, bro. The thing that what's so crazy, because look, I'm kind of derailing right here for a second, because just listening to Fred Taylor talk and the fact that he was on a different show with Brandon Marshall and also Channing, the fact that Brandon Marshall didn't understand what he had in his hands, he fumbled the bag, bro. He fumbled the fucking bag. Being selfish, thinking that it's all about him, trying to be greedy, not understanding that it's a 3-man plate, and not just Brandon Marshall makes up that show that they had. Now he done fucked up, and these cats done leveled up. Now they're doing numbers right now, doing crazy numbers right now, even more successful than the podcast than before that they were on. That shit crazy. Shout out to them, man.
What I did. Like, we're literally sitting there. We go see Sonic the Hedgehog, and I didn't know they were playing the Cap trailer before Sonic. So we sitting there, and I got all the shit, dude. I got popcorn, gummy worms. I got just they had to bring out a tray for all my shit, right? So I'm talking to my son, hooking up his candy. I hear my voice. Like, oh, shit. Oh, shit. So I'm looking at my kids like, so I don't say nothing. My oldest son's on his phone. My second son's knee deep in these fucking gummy worms, right? The two little ones are fighting and throwing popcorn at each other. So I'm like, bruh, look at the fucking screen. So everybody behind us go, oh my God, are you okay? Oh, they missed the whole trailer. Whole trailer. Like, what's wrong with you, Dad? Fuck it. But with Captain America is interesting because I try to keep my boys outside of it. Like, I don't want my boys affected by it or even acknowledge the idea of what Hollywood is and what it means to the general populace. Because I want them to find their own path. And we're blessed. Like, we're put in a position where we can afford our kids the best. Mm-hmm. You know, we're in a position where our grandkids, our great-grandkids will be provided for. You know, we weren't like that. Right. You know, I know on the West Bank you wasn't like that.
No doubt.
Yeah, y'all ate, Vienna sausages and poke and beans, you know?
I did, though.
That's what I'm saying.
But that's real. Hey, hold up.
You know, that's where...
Vienna sausage and poke and beans, bro. Hey, listen. I never grew up poor. I just want to say that now, but hey, sometimes when you just hungry, dog, and you just like, look, man, I just need something simple. Them poke and beans, and man, listen, don't play now. Don't play. Don't sleep. Then we would have some, and that's some country shit too. But my dad used to fry some Spam. He'll throw some Spam on the skillet. He'll fry them holes up to get them like a little blackened around the edges so you can get a little crispy. Make a Spam sandwich out that bit. Oh, family. Call me country all you want, but man, that shit used to slap. You understand me? Or he'll get some one of his favorite things was hot sausages. So I know for my people in the country, y'all know what them hot sausage links are. Boy, them hot sausages, he'll throw them holes in the so what he'll do, so it comes like it's like a little sausage thing, it comes like a little red wrapping. And so what he'll do, he'll slice that bit open, right? Slice that bit down the middle, boom. Throw them on the frying pan, let them hoes cook on the top, on the bottom, or on the inside, so the meat can actually get a good cook. And he'll flip it over, let that red get a little cooked too. Toast a sandwich, toast it like little bread. Throw some what we used to do. He'll throw some mustard on that joint. Throw some mustard on it. Then throw a slice of cheese on that bitch. Smack it. Then get you some Lay's chips. Wow, man, I'm telling you, y'all, man. Listen, good eating. You understand me? Good eating.
Where we came from. I keep my boys humble. Like, my boys have never had a pair of Jordans. You know, my boys don't do all that internet fly shit. I'm like your kids. And no, I don't give a f. I could be the biggest star in the world. Do not let me catch you being stupid. Mm-hmm. Do not. And my oldest gets it. My 15-year-old, he tells the other ones, he's like, yo, don't make Dad mad. Because once you get one that's right, he's going to straighten the other ones out. Mm-hmm. So it's just that thing of, in the past 20 years, we've we've been living through the death of the American male.
Mm.
They have literally killed masculinity in our homes and our communities for one reason or another. But I raised my boys to be young men. And however you feel about that, you feel about that. Right. But my boys will always be respectful. They will always say, yes, sir, yes, ma'am. No, sir, no, ma'am. They will always say thank you. They will always open a door for a lady. They will always make sure that their mother is taken care and provided for. They will always be men. And that's always, since they were 2 years old. Every time I left for a job, I tell my 15-year-old, you're the man of the house. You make sure these doors are locked every night, this alarm is on, you text me or you call me every night before you go to bed and you wake up.
I love that.
Because we're men. If I'm not there to protect, he got to be there to protect. Because you can have all the money in the world, motherfucker climb through the window, that money means nothing. Right. You can have all the celebrity in the world, motherfucker jump through the door, that celebrity means nothing. Yeah. So you got to have a little guard in there, you know? And so for me, it's always that idea of American masculinity is very different. You feel it when you go to Europe. Yeah. Like you see these.
Hey, he cooking right now. He is cooking, bro.
Are you sure?
Cooking right
I don't know
now.
anyone that owns a house. It's a big
Bust your ass, boy. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You go to Europe.
Tight ass pants.
Yeah, tight ass pants. Motherfucker, good, boy, you better lotion your ankle. Like, you feel it when you go to Europe. Even when you, like, I was just in Kenya and I was walking around, I'm like, yeah. Dude was like, you ain't from here. Like, nah. Like, yeah, I could tell. I know you can. I could tell I ain't from here. You know what I mean? It's just that American male masculinity is something I think is very important for boys. Because now our little boys are afraid to fail, so they don't try.
Yep.
You know what I mean? When we were kids, we did tackle drills. We would run face first into each other.
Pussy. That's what we like. That's what we like to call them boys and then. But you're soft, boy. Boy, you're soft. Boy, you're soft. That's what it is. I ain't gonna lie. When I was younger, I didn't understand what my dad was doing with me. I just thought my dad was a full-on asshole. I'm not gonna lie. My dad came from the military. My dad was he was stern. Need you to do this, that, and the third. Boom, boom, boom. No emotion type shit. Strict. Hey, I need you doing this, X, Y, Z, boom, 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 boom. I didn't understand it at that time, but I'm thankful for my father. I'm thankful for that shit. And this is the problem. This is the problem. The problem today with America as a whole. Everybody want to be soft. Everybody wants to be offended. Nobody likes bullying. Everybody wants to be included. Everybody wants to feel like they're a part of something type shit. What happened to the lone wolf? What happened to being a man's man? What happened to men being fucking men? Or the whole idea of let the boys be boys. What happened to that? Everybody's soft. You can't say shit around certain people. Everybody wants to get offended for something. Everybody wants to be included with something. Everybody's offended by something. One little thing you say wrong, it's, oh, well, you're not supposed to say that. You're not supposed to do it. That's why I don't believe in gentle parenting. I don't believe in gentle parenting. I don't believe in none of that shit. Because I think it's trash. Because you're beginning to raise certain little individuals in this world. When they get older, they think that they are deserving of any and everything in this world. They think that the world revolves around them, and they fucking don't. And when they get slapped in the fucking mouth, they don't know what to do. And all they want to do is cry and protest. Cry and protest. Cry and protest. Cry and protest. And get online talking about how the economy is fucked up, talking about the patriarchy and all this bullshit. And it's like, no. Your parents were soft with you. Your parents let you get away with a lot of bullshit. They never checked you on your shit. They never called you out on your bullshit. They always try to protect you from getting bullied. Listen, fam, I come from the era where when you are outside playing and you have bullies or so-called bullies, You couldn't go home and cry and you can't go home and cry to your parents about it, because what they gonna do is tell you this. Why are you coming to tell me? I'm gonna need you to go handle that. Because why? Once those bullies find that weakness, guess what they're gonna do? They're gonna continue to keep coming back. They're gonna continue to keep bothering you until you have to punch them in their fucking mouth. And then guess what? They're gonna leave you the fucking alone. And I had to learn that as well on many occasions. Everybody I fucking know, everybody who's a man's man that I know personally has been bullied on some sort of level. And we didn't grow up to be pussies. We understood how to stand on business. It's like, hey, man. Hey, fam, like, you ain't finna keep fucking with me, bro. Yeah, what were you scared with? Because you're a little kid. You don't know, like, man, I don't want to fight this dude. Like, I don't want to fight this person. Like, I don't want to. But then guess what? Your mom said, look, if you don't, your dad or your mom, look, if you come back here and you ain't done nothing about that situation, I'm going to beat your ass. Say less. Say less. Because it wasn't about whether you win or lose. It's about you standing up for yourself. And sometimes it took a little violence. Sometimes it took a motherfucker getting popped in the mouth for them to leave you the fuck alone. They needed to understand, like, hey, dog, leave me alone. No, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Leave me the fuck alone, bro. But you ain't gonna do shit. I bet. Touch me again. Huh. Then guess what? They go home fucking crying. And guess what? They never mess with you fucking again. Then they want to be friends. Like, nah, G. And so this is the problem today. That's why I like shaming. I don't mind people shaming other people. Of course, you don't go overboard with it, but that's why when you talk about people who are overweight, shame them. I believe in it. Yes, a little form of bullying builds a callus. It helps you to become more confident on top of it, because now people are not afraid to say things around you, but you can be able to take the punches. It's like, all right, you fat motherfucker. All right, bet. Yeah, I know I'm fat, whatever the case. Eventually, they might do something about it. They might end up doing something about being fat. But to go, you ain't supposed to call me fat. I don't use the F word. The fuck is the F word? Last time, the F word that I remember wasn't fat. If you catch my drift, the F word I remember wasn't fat. That wasn't the word that you couldn't use. It was another word that had something to do with the LGBTQ community. That was the F word that you couldn't use, or the other word that was kind of a provocative language. The word that we live in now, you gotta watch this. You gotta watch what you say, or people want to counsel you for saying shit. Don't make sense to me. But people can get online and talk shit about men, talk about toxic masculinity, talking about how it's bad for men to be fucking men. But I don't see nobody getting counseled for that shit. I don't see nobody getting counseled for that. None. So yes, bring back masculinity. Bring back fathers being in the household and fathers being actual fathers, not pussy ass fathers. Not these passive ass fathers that you gotta hear like, no, baby girl, you just need to just calm down. No, hey, you better sit your little ass down right now, because you don't run shit in this household. Who the fuck do you think you are? Like, listen, like, bring it back. Bring it fucking back. So we can stop raising, so we can literally go back to be, you know what I'm saying, being the real America again. Because when you think about America back in the day, these motherfuckers were strong. They were masculine. These motherfuckers they didn't play. They were stern. Now that doesn't mean that they were dicks and they were just going upside your head. No, but they were stern. They stood on business, bro. They didn't care. They didn't care about the things that you said. When your word was bond, when the things that you said meant something, when your words actually meant something. You ain't just saying shit just to be saying it. When you say something, you meant it, and the motherfuckers can actually go by your word because you are a man of your word. And you ain't just talking just because it sounds good. We need to get back to that. Where the community, where the actual community helps you raise your child. That's why things were so great back in the day. We grew up in a situation where if we're outside all day, and we being bad, Neighbors down the street could call my parents like, hey, your son over here fucking up. What you want me to do about that? You want me to handle it, or you just want me to wait till you get off work? Sometimes your parents will be like, you know what? Hey, you can take care of that for me. And they get in our ass, no diddy. And we had to be checked. Like, hey man, look, you can't play with Miss Johnson. Cause I'm telling you, shit. Then on top of that, if Miss Johnson catch you, she gonna then once she get on your ass, then she gonna turn around and call your mama and tell you and your parents and say, hey, I had to give your son ass today. They were doing X, Y, and Z. Then you gotta come home to your mama and then your daddy and them up there. But what the fuck you out here doing? What I tell you about doing X, Y, and Z, then they getting on your ass. So now that's part of the community, fam. Where I can say something to your kid like, hey, dog, straighten your fucking kid out. Why is your kid over here acting like this? Why your kid stepping on my lawn? Why your kid fucking up my yard? Why your kid jumping on my car? Or whatever the case may be, or whatever the shit. Why your kid over here talking to me like I'm a fucking kid? Why you check that shit? Like, no, I'm not your fucking friend, little person. I'm not your friend. I'm a grown up to you. And I'll fuck you up. Real talk. Like, calm down, little G. Calm down. But no, we need to bring back masculinity. Real talk. We need to bring this shit back. And of course, it's not just about being masculine, just not being stern, or it's just not about being that. It's a plethora of different things, man. We need that structure in the households today. We need that. All families need it. We need the nuclear family back, man. That's how also you can still build a strong America. You can start building stronger communities by having a father in the household. All this single parent bullshit because you think you can do it on your own, or the man then so-called stepped out on you, or whatever. Hey man, listen, I'm not condoning it, but sometimes you just gotta bite that bullet, fam. At least until the kids are out of the house. Sometimes you just gotta bite that bullet. But that situation, that's for a whole nother conversation. I ain't gonna even get into it. But let's bring back masculinity. Let's stop raising these soft ass individuals, these soft ass men. Fathers need to be in the home for the women too, so therefore they can have better discernment. And when they start to bring these little boys around, the fathers are there to actually give that judgment. It's like, yeah, I don't think you need to be with him. He ain't the one. And this is why I don't think he's the one. This is why. It's not just because you're my daughter, but it's because there are different things that I see about him and the way that he's moving that I'm telling you, he's going to go left for you. And when you start to have more situations like this, I'm telling you, more ladies will not be out here having babies out of wedlock. You'll have more women out here making better choices in this world and understanding what it is to be a feminine woman. And not these so-called soft girl era, or this so-called I'm independent, I don't need a man bullshit. Because I need y'all to understand something, ladies. The masculine men back in the day, the ones that y'all always try to use extreme situations back in the day, all of those men were not going up these women's head. They were not going upside your grandma's head. No, they were not. That was still a small percentage of men. And guess what? We don't talk about the small percentage. We talk about the majority. And majority of men were not going upside these women's head. They were not. All this verbal abuse type shit. Last time I checked, the grandmas that I knew, the grandmas that my friends knew, the grandmas that everybody else talk about, these women were the ones who were trying to push you to get married. They were the ones who would push you to build that family, build that strong structure. Hey, baby, you need to get it together because you got you a good man, or you got you a good woman right there. I'm telling you, she's good. Yes, that's the one. That's the one. You need to take it. I'm telling you, listen to your grandmother now, baby. Grandmother wasn't talking about, I don't know, baby. He was going upside my head. You ain't hear that shit. Let's be real. If you were hearing that shit, I'm telling you, that was a small percentage of situation that was going on. Most situations, those grandmothers was happy. They couldn't live without their partner. They couldn't live without their husband. They would go above and beyond for their husband and their family. So the shit that y'all talking about, that shit, I don't even pay attention to it. Real talk. So let's bring that shit back. I think it's very important for the nuclear family. I think it's truly important if we want to continue to build these strong families and this nuclear family, especially to where the world is going now. We need it. Real talk, we do. So, but that is all of today's show, man. I appreciate y'all locking in with your boy, man. It was dope. You feel me? Had some good topics going on. Listen, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, man. Make sure you share this with your other people because I want more people to start coming in this live too, and y'all start interacting with your boy. Yeah, and also if you definitely want to support the channel, I put the link in the comments as well. Yo, check this out. I also will be putting in the link as well. If you got a topic that you want me to talk about, I'm gonna put in the link. You're gonna have to click the link, and what's gonna happen is that you can tell me, you can be able to send me all the topics that you want me to talk about. Also, you get the opportunity to win $25 at the end of the month, but you have to put in your topic. You have to be a subscriber. You have to. I think there are a couple other things that you have to that it requires you to do too, in order for you to be a part of that, in order to get the chance to win $25 at the end of the month. And I want to continue to do that each and every month too. So if you want to win $25, get you some gas money, get you some, you know what I'm saying, some fast food money, whatever the case, make sure you hit that link right now. I'll put the link in tonight so that way you guys can go right in there and check it out. So without further ado, man, I will see y'all this Saturday. Make sure you tap in Saturday, 6 p.m. We will be going live again. So make sure y'all are here. Make sure y'all got y'all drinks and make sure y'all ready to talk and comment.